Well, hello. Hi. It's Biblical Mommy here. And this is what the new normal looks like. This is what people look like in the new normal. Yeah, especially in the summer with the sunglasses. And now that we need to wear eye protection too to add to our New World Order armor suit. Yeah. This is how ridiculous everyone looks. Doesn't this look ridiculous? Come on now. Okay. Oh, do I look a little more human? My mask protects you, and your mask protects me, right? Oh, that feels better. Okay. Oh, I'm in the laundry room again. It's the only place where I have to go again. Okay, guys. Look. This video is pretty heavy. This video is serious. And please bear with me. I just learned how to do some cool stuff on screen record. Okay. I took some time to learn something over this weekend, and I learned how to screen record. So in this video, I'm going to show you two other videos from YouTube, like some clips, to show you the one angle and another angle of this whole mask thing. And then I got a little slideshow that I'm going to do like a voiceover. So I'm getting a little more creative instead of just looking at you or you looking at me and me looking at myself in the camera and you're looking at me. I'm trying to get a little more creative, but I would appreciate if, viewer, you would kindly give me some compassion and hear me out. Okay. The whole masquerade charade. Okay, because it is a charade. And us Christians really need to be very discerning right now what we get ourselves involved in. We cannot Christianize everything. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you some scriptures and I'm going to tell you something. Okay. Back in the day, about probably 18 years ago now, I got myself into New Age. I was raised. Okay, all right. Just had my first interruption, so hopefully I can get through this real quick. Okay, so basically, the reason why I am so anti-mask. Look, if you want to wear a mask, I believe that is your right, but I don't think it is wise to blindly follow what everybody else is doing, Christians, no matter what it appears to be. I was, okay, so let me try to start from the beginning. I went down a road when I was a young girl, young adult, out of curiosity, out of maybe my lineage, maybe my heritage, because there's a lot of Celtic in my background, and I believe there's probably some witches in my family tree, being in the Ireland Celtic people, as well as true Christians, I'm sure, way back. And then there was Roman Catholicism as well. And when you combine those two, I believe that's a recipe for somebody, for Satan to entice an individual to go down this road. And I did. I went down this road, and I went far down it. Thank God, not as far as it could have went, but let's just say that when you open a door, Satan always wants more than what you bargained for. And that's what happened with me. To put a long story very, very short, I learned a lot about the other realm, the spiritual realm of the evil one. And I saw a lot. I hung out with people that were not people you would like, just they were into bad things. But I had a friend that was a good witch, and she showed me what being a good witch was all about. And I ended up in a witchcraft store and buying things, trinkets and things to make my life better. It was for me. I was doing it to make my life better. I was just doing what someone was showing me and learning, and I got into spell casting and all this kind of stuff. And when I go to the scriptures, it'll make more sense. See, you Christian, you could very well be into witchcraft and not even know it. Okay, I knew that I was involved in that, but I had no idea it was occultic. I didn't know that. I didn't know how evil it was. I didn't know what I was doing with. I didn't know how much I was offending the Lord. I believed in God. I believed it was like some kind of thing that God had for us down here, where we could make things happen for ourselves and we could be like God. So I was tricked. I was deceived. But I learned how the enemy works. So when I see these things, especially over little kids, it really hurts me, because the people don't understand what they're partaking in. They're ignorant. They have no clue. This is a transformation device. Masks are used in satanic ritual, in witchcraft. There's a very, very dark, evil side to masks. And I'm not even going to really go there, because even God's word says you don't really want to speak about what those people do in secret. But if you've ever seen the movie Eyes Wide Shut, if you've ever seen that movie, these people, that's how masks are used in orgies. So that's just like the rated X version. Okay, so there's a nasty, disgusting, abusive, sexual perverted component to these things. There is. Okay, there are masks that are about that. In my opinion, that stuff is so evil, so satanic, and it perverts something that God gave as a gift between husband and wife, and it perverts it. And there's that goes so far over here. I'm not going to say any more than that. That's enough. Okay, so there's that. Then there is the act of submitting to a power. Okay, so when you're wearing this, you're actually showing that you are submitting to a power. Okay, and it's not of God, guys. This is not of God at all. And not only are you submitting to the fear of coronavirus, you're submitting to fear itself. the power of fear. People are in constant fear, and they want to manipulate by wearing this. This becomes like an omen almost. I looked up the word omen, and hold on, what did it mean? It meant a phenomenon that is believed to foretell the future, often signifying an advent of change. People in ancient times believed that omens bring a divine message from their gods. I'm not sure if this is an omen per se, but it feels like it's one. It feels like this means something to these very evil people. When they see everybody in these things, they're like, we got them. We got you. And what's happening is people are transforming into another version of themselves, a different version of themselves, it's a muzzle. It symbolizes silence. It symbolizes be quiet, hostage, held hostage. Okay, what's driving me crazy is that people, they have convinced themselves what they have told them, that we're all in this together. They're like this. This is what's going on. Okay, this is a hypnotic spell. Okay, we're all in this together. My mask protects you. Your mask protects me. Wear your mask. We're all in this together. Be a hero. Wear a mask. Wear a mask. Save a life. All this stuff is a spell. And that's why you're seeing people repeat the same things over and over and over and over again. Now, I'm going to show you two videos that I said in the beginning on YouTube here that I put in my little screen record thing that made me so excited. So I could show you straight up from the video. But these did not influence me. I want you to understand that these two videos that I'm going to show you did not influence me. One of them is from a biblical point of view, and the other video is from a common sense, this is eerie, creepy point of view. Okay. These did not influence me. The reason why I can tell you that is because I actually lived this kind of stuff. Okay, so I know what the devil's doing with these masks. That's why I hate them. I hate them. And when I see Christians singing in church, like this, singing in church, it makes me cringe. It makes me cringe. It's like, tear that off. What are you doing? Okay, look. They have deceived you that this is about fighting a germ. No, it's not about fighting a germ. This is about a transformation into the new normal, the new world order that's coming. This is a ritual that they're having the whole entire world do. And that's what's so creepy, crazy about this. Okay? So I hope that's enough to tell you that I don't want to stay focused on my story because there's no time for my story. In the link, you will see some blog posts like I always do. But I want to read something to you. I was reading this the other day, and the version I read it in, it just, which version did I read it in? Hold on. Let me find it. Let me edit this. Let me find it real quick. Okay, sorry. Please bear with me. I'm not very good at making these videos. It's the content that matters, not how the quality of the video. Okay. This is 2 Thessalonians Chapter 2 in the NIV version. Please listen to this. Don't let anyone deceive you in any way, for that day will not come until the rebellion occurs and the man of lawlessness is revealed, the man doomed to destruction. Okay, the rebellion, falling away is one translation. The rebellion, the spirit of witchcraft is rebellion. The spirit that we're seeing going on all over the world right now is the spirit of manipulation. It's the spirit of witchcraft. It's the spirit of sorcery. It's all of it. That's what's so massively crazy about this time that we're living in, that this pandemic is one big giant spell. It is. People are really dying, yes. But it's just, that's what it really is. And the rebellion itself is witchcraft, is trying to turn to self rather than God. So when you're turning to your mask, you're turning to yourself rather than God. In this instant, in this case, in this time, right now, because it's not that deadly, guys. This thing is not that deadly, okay? You wouldn't do this for the flu. You wouldn't do this for chickenpox. You wouldn't do this for anything else. No one, they're telling you to do this. That's the thing. They're telling you to do this. Now watch this part. Then it says, where is it? Where is it? Oh, okay. And then the lawless one will be revealed, whom the Lord Jesus will overthrow with the breath of his mouth and destroy with the splendor of his coming later. Okay, when he comes back. The coming of the lawless one will be in accordance with Satan's works. He will use all sorts of displays of power through signs and wonders that serve the lie, and all the ways that wickedness deceives those who are perishing. All the ways that wickedness deceives those who are perishing. They perish because they refuse to love the truth and so be saved. For this reason, God sends them a powerful delusion so that they will believe the lie, and so that all will be condemned who have not believed the truth, but have delighted in wickedness. The coming of the lawless one will be in accordance with how Satan works. Listen to that. The coming of the Antichrist will be in accordance with how Satan works. How does Satan work? He works through witchcraft. He works through sorcery. He works through manipulation. He works through spell casting. He works through worshiping omens, worshiping idols, idolatry, falsehood, lies. Everything coronavirus is, this is him. This is him. Not the virus itself, yes. The virus itself and how it kills, that is like this compared to everything else that Satan's doing right now. If you're concentrating on the germ itself, catching the germ itself, you have no flippin' clue how big this is, how bad this is, and how deceived you are because you're not seeing the whole picture. Do you have to see the whole picture? No, I guess you don't have to see the whole picture, but the people that don't see the whole picture are the ones wearing these things all scared and acting like this is the Christian thing to do, that Jesus would do this. And they have no clue what they're talking about. No clue. So then it goes on to talk about standing firm. So that's that. Now over here, you'll see this in the box. The worship and seeking of supernatural powers other than God has been around since the beginning. Satan has used witchcraft to prevent people from finding holy spirituality in God alone. That's what happened to me. See, Satan knew that I wanted to know more about God. And I was somebody that believed in God. So witchcraft was very easy for him to come look at this. Look, this is God over here. Watch what you can do with God. That's how he got me. He's getting people on this thing with the masks through just sheer ignorance of what this really is. 1 Samuel 15:23. For rebellion is like the sin of divination, and arrogance like the evil of idolatry. Because you have rejected the word of the Lord, he has rejected you as king. He was talking to Saul there. In 2 Chronicles 33:6, it talks about he sacrificed his children in the fire of the valley of Ben Hinnom, practiced divination and witchcraft, sought omens, and consulted mediums and spiritists, and he did much evil in the eyes of the Lord, arousing his anger. That's just a verse about this. And Leviticus 19:31 says, do not turn to mediums or seek out spiritists, for you will be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God. This isn't really that, but that's just in the same, it's in the same field. Leviticus 26, I will set my face against anyone who turns to mediums and spiritists to prostitute themselves by following them, and I will cut them off from their people. Okay, that's again about mediums and spiritists. I'm trying to get to what this is. This one, I came across this one, was like, ooh. Revelation 18:23, the light of a lamp will never shine in you again. The light of a lamp will never shine in you again. The voice of bridegroom and bride will never be heard in you again. Your merchants were the world's important people. By your magic spell, all the nations were led astray. Okay. That's what these people are doing right now. This one here, Revelation 21:8. I've done this in another video. But the cowardly, the unbelieving, the vile, the murderers, the sexually immoral, those who practice magic arts, the idolaters, and all liars, they will be consigned to the fiery lake of burning sulfur. This is the second death. The cowardly are the ones, he says first, the fearful, the cowardly. Don't go around being all scared. Okay, you may be saved, but you shouldn't be doing this. You need to get your head on. Okay? The acts of the flesh are obvious. The acts of the flesh are obvious. Sexual immorality, bad. Impurity, bad. And debauchery, idolatry, and witchcraft. Hatred, discord, jealousy, fits of rage, selfish ambition, dissensions, factions. What's that? It's factions. What's factions? I just want to know real quick. I can't, a small organized dissenting group within a larger one, especially in politics. Yeah. Okay. If that's not happening. Sorry, I just had to look that up real quick. Okay. Here's another verse what verse was that? That was Galatians 5:19-20. Here it is, 19-21. It goes on. And envy, drunkenness, orgies, and the like. I warn you, as I did before, that those who live like this will not inherit the kingdom of God. And those who live like this, I'm sorry, but masks are part of it. In the spiritual sense and the physical sense. They'll literally wear them, or they are putting a face on when they're not doing all their sin. They put this act on that they're normal people, they're good people. It's the same thing. It's just, this is like a physical manifestation of a spiritual thing. In verse Micah 5:10-12, I don't know the context, but 12 says, I will destroy your witchcraft and you will no longer cast spells. You'll see this in the box if you want to read all of them, because I'm going to move on. Oh, then there's the one about Simon who practiced sorcery in the city and amazed by all the people of Samaria. He boasted that he was someone great, and you know, he was the one that was baptized, and I think he just wanted the Holy Spirit to make himself more sorcery, if that's how that story goes. Deuteronomy 18:10-14, let no one be found among you who sacrifices their son or daughter in the fire, which would be abortion today, same thing, or who practices divination or sorcery, interprets omens, engages in witchcraft, or casts spells, or who is a medium or spiritist, or who consults the dead. Anyone who does these things is detestable to the Lord. Because of these same detestable practices, the Lord your God will drive out those nations before you. You must be blameless before the Lord your God. So back in my young years, okay, I was young and dumb. Please don't judge me. It's been a long time, and I was a totally different person back then. But I would cast spells. You ever see the movie The Craft? Okay, I saw that when I was like 15. And that was probably not a good thing to watch at 15 years old. And got into some things that I shouldn't have got into with that. And I was just playing around. But it definitely opened a real door. Let's just say that. But honestly, I can see why God allowed it, because later in life, gift of discerning spirits. So that's just, it's like Paul. He was so adamant about false doctrine and being religious and being all wrapped up in your religion because he was deceived by his own religion, and he was a murderer. So before you go judging me, okay, he was a murderer, okay, and he killed God's people, and then God used him, transformed him, and used him. So I don't know if I said this in my other clip because I edited a couple clips, but this is a transformation, a mockery. This is Satan's little wimpy transformation of us. But it's working, guys. Because look, like I said, it's a spell. And it's changing. It really is changing people. People are becoming cruel. People are becoming mean. People are becoming quiet. Won't fight back. Docile. Some people are becoming aggressive. I don't know if you've been on the road lately, but people are driving differently. And I don't know if it's lack of oxygen or if it's an evil spirit in them, but they're driving really aggressively lately. People are getting cold and they don't care about each other anymore. People aren't hugging. People aren't loving each other. Period. They're just not. They're not getting along. They're not hanging out with each other. They're not having parties. They're not doing life the way it was before. And this whole thing is making people superstitious, suspicious, paranoid, fearful, negative. And it's reverse psychology. They really believe, they bought into the lie that they're heroes because they do this. This makes you a hero. This makes you a hero. I'm a hero now. I'm saving lives now. I'm saving lives from my toxic breath. I hate it. I'm going to straight up tell you, I hate what is happening in America. And what I hate the most is people are just taking it. They're just taking it. This is a evil, evil spirit. And it's like duct tape. It's like taking duct tape over your mouth and tying you up and telling you to just take it. Just take it. You know, it's abusive. It's abusive. It's evil. It's sinister. And it started off as just, oh, it's just a mask to help Corona slow the spread. Guys, we opened a door. We opened a door. And what's really upsetting is that we're opening the door into our churches. And when you open the door to Satan in your church, he's not going to stop in the doorway. He's going to come in. Okay? And how are y'all stopping it? Now that he's in. Now that he's in, what are you doing to stop him? Okay? We were supposed to stand firm and see this by now. You know that churches are talking about closing again? Yeah, I've been hearing it. And Christians talk to each other. The ones with eyes to see and ears to hear are talking to each other. They're communicating to each other. Okay, I know a whole bunch of them. And we're all like, this, that, this. And we're connecting dots and we're putting things together. And we're like looking to God and his word. Okay, like I read to you. I'm going to go ahead and put these two things in now for you to watch. Like I said, one is a more common sense, creepy, like, look, guys, really, this is indoctrination. This is brainwash. This is, and that is in itself is sinister enough. Why are we partaking in this? You can't put a cross on your little mask and call it a Christian mask. This is not one of those things. We can't do that. There's so much to this. So many layers, like I said. So watch that video, and then the next video goes over the conditioning of the mask for something that's on its way. And once we get used to doing what these people want and doing what these people say, we are going to lose our country, we are going to lose our freedom, and the world is going to, as we know it, is going to end. And guess who's going to come? Guess who's going to rise up? And I don't know if I should say this in this video, but if the rapture doesn't happen prior to that, y'all gonna panic. Y'all going to panic. Okay. In fact, Christians are starting to panic already, because I thought, just saying, we were taught something that might really not be there, guys. I'm not going to get into that right now. But lies everywhere. Lies everywhere. And if you think I'm lying, you think this being bad is a lie, you are in the wrong crowd. You're in the wrong crowd. You're going the wrong direction. And if you're saved, you're covered by the blood of Jesus, and you can afford to be a little deceived. Okay? You can afford to be tricked a little bit. And I pray God will wake you up and hope you realize that this is not real. This is the masquerade charade, and you are participating in a ritual by wearing this, which is why I absolutely hate every moment of wearing these things. I have not bought cute Snoopy masks. I have not bought into this. I'm not joyfully wearing one. I do not feel like a hero when I have it on. I feel like an idiot that is being forced against my will to wear a fabric thing over my face because I'm not sick. I don't have this virus. And if I did have it, I would stay home, you know? And I know that whole asymptomatic thing is hogwash. It's hogwash. The asymptomatic thing is their biggest lie of all of it. Okay? The case numbers are fraudulent. I'm going to point out one more thing to you. They say right now here in Florida, there's 250,000 cases right now. How many of those have recovered? It's been going up and up for weeks, but it won't. Where's the recoveries? half of them are recovered by now. If 2 weeks ago it was 200,000 and now it's 250, 100,000 of those are recovered by now. Can they come out? They're also counting antibody tests in with the positive COVID test, and they are counting tests that have never been taken. Do your research. It's there. If you keep buying into this lie over and over and over and over again to the point where you just keep going in total fear, you're sinning now. Now you're just in sin. Now you're just being a ridiculous sinner. Yeah, you are. But I'm not going to judge someone who feels they need to wear this because they have a compromised immune system or they're older and they want to wear this for extra protection. Whatever. Fine. Do it. But I'm telling you, you're only doing it because the news told you to. And that's the truth. The news told you to, or your doctor did, but your doctor only got it from the news and CDC. And actually, CDC said healthy people don't need to wear these. So it is what it is. It is what it is. It's a ritual. It's a transformation. It's working. It's a hypnotic spell. It's working on unbelievers big time. And it's kind of working on Christians too. And that's the scariest part for me, in my opinion, is how much it's working on Christians. And if church leaders don't protect their people from this from this evil, then what are they doing? Where's all your knowledge on this stuff? And if you need, it's not always in the form of tarot cards and Ouija boards. It's not always in the form of that. Sometimes it could be in the simple form of just oppression. Okay? Bondage, ritual, religious practice. COVID-19 has become a religion in the new world order. It's the cover. And that's all I'm going to say. And then I'm going to leave it with the other videos and my little mask slideshow at the very end. Thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate your time. And please don't be mad at me. I'm just the messenger. I'm just telling you what I know. Okay. And you take that and hold fast to what is good. And you go to God about what I'm talking about. And fight back on this mask thing because it's out of hand. It's out of control. And people are being treated like dirt for not wearing them. And beyond that, getting reported, getting fined, getting arrested, going to jail. Come on. I cannot believe what world we're living in. And it just goes to show you how fast things can change. And when they decide, when they are told that Christians are the enemy, not the people that don't wear the masks, but the Christians are the enemy, we're in a lot of trouble. And God said it was going to happen. And he said it was going to happen. He said it was going to be like this. These people are wicked. They're wicked and they're evil. And their followers, people who are not saved, who have rejected the Lord, are blindly following them, doing whatever they tell you. So that when the day comes, doing whatever they're told. When the day comes where they're told that Christians are bad, mark the Christians, mark of the beast, whatever it is, mark on the head, chip in the hand, whatever it's going to end up being to the Antichrist, if you don't have it, you're as good as dead. Unless God supernaturally protects us somehow, or go watch my coronavirus message videos for more information on that. I'm going to check out now. I got to go to bed. Love you. Love you all so very much. God bless you all. Just be praying. Be praying.
It wants to erase all borders, and it wants to persecute anybody who doesn't go along with this. There is an agenda at work, and this agenda is designed to bring you into total submission to it. It wants to erase all borders, and it wants to persecute anybody who doesn't go along with this agenda. This is what the book of Revelation called the beast, and it is a beast system. And the spiritual force behind it is what Ephesians chapter 2 calls the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. The one world government is coming, just like the Bible said it would. And it's time that you get your soul in order. Come to Christ, because it won't be very long now until Jesus comes back. Hey guys, your friend Spencer here. I want to show you several things that are in the Bible, and then I want to show you a video of a local news station showing about mask and going out wearing mask in public now. And I want you to see this in the book of Revelation chapter 13, that verse 16, that there was a beast, a second beast, the spiritual beast that causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the mark in the name of the beast or the number of his name. And so there's coming a day where if you don't take a mark in your right hand or in your forehead, then you will not be able to buy or sell, go into stores, buy a car, rent a house, have a job, anything like that. This is the spirit of the beast. This is the system that is coming. And God said it would come, and it's here now. I want you to see this in the news that we have today. The local news station put out a video. This is WDRB. And they talked about wearing masks and how that we're in a war with a disease. And I want you to notice the draconian Orwellian language that this man uses in this video, and we will give some commentary as the video plays.
Now, with Point of View, here's President and General Manager Dale Woods.
We're at war against COVID-19. As in any war, you can tell your foe by how they dress. The uniform of a coronavirus soldier is a face mask. To protect ourselves, we must treat the unmasked as our enemy. If we want the quarantine to end and life to return to normal, we must proudly wear our uniform. In public, many are not adhering to the dress code. They might think they're tough enough and can avoid this virus, but they are prolonging our time in this battle. Wearing a mask prevents the spread of personal air molecules. Those who use face coverings are fighting for everyone around them. Don't let stubbornness or vanity prevent you from joining the winning team. Louisville is strongly suggesting masks while other U.S. cities are mandating them. San Francisco, New York, and Houston all require face coverings, some punishable by a $1,000 fee. I'm not advocating for fines or for this to become law. The police have enough to do without having to babysit the stupid. The time for ignorance is over. We must prevent a second wave. We must wear masks in public and stand up against those who don't. What's your opinion? Call us or share on Facebook.
Order, no threat of intimidation is going to prevent me from living my freedom and my liberty. I want to show you some more. I know I gave you the warning in advance. I'm glad you're hanging in there with me. We are going to take a look now at, we looked at the press release, we looked at the video. Now, how about this? Ho, ho, ho. Oh, is this going to be what we're supposed to wear? This one here? Is this it? Why not just cover your whole face? They call it a face covering. Oh, yes. So there's no eyes. These are faceless individuals. There's no nose. There's no expression, because this is what they want you to be. A faceless part of the mask, of the masquerade, of the mask hysteria. So forget having any identity. So this is very disturbing to me, very troubling. I do not care for it. This is going to be a billboard. So yes, cover your whole face, have no expressions. And then just in case you want to have more, I will show you the other video that they are making. It's just beyond sickening. Here we go. I'm giving you the vomit warning.
For the sweaty faces and the hidden smiles,
The foggy glasses and the sore ears, the determined looks and the muffled laughs. A simple piece of fabric makes a big statement. I care. Let's all do our part to slow the spread. Wear a mask. Learn more at covid19.ca.gov.
Okay. This is what's called rubbing your noses in it. This is what is called, they are actually laughing at you if you're wearing a mask and those who are wearing a mask. It is ridicule, it is derisive, and it is humiliating. And they are doing this on purpose. I want to watch this once more and I'm going to stop. And I know that you know what I'm seeing and how disgusting this is. And the reason I'm even spending time doing this on such a vomitous topic is because people will be seeing these videos and it's good to be ready to have a retort. And I'm sure you have some, and I would love to hear in a comment what you would say when someone brings this up. So please bear with me one more time. We'll get through this. I know it's very troubling, but it is just unbelievable. So what I mean by rubbing your noses in it is they are admitting everything that people have been complaining about. So here we go.
For the sweaty faces.
Okay. Obviously, you are sweating behind the mask because there's no free flow of oxygen. So they are acknowledging that you cannot breathe by wearing this mask.
And the hidden smiles.
Okay, this to me is probably the most offensive because smiling, and when you see someone smile, it raises your endorphins, your serotonin, it makes you feel better. It is a normal gesture of interpersonal communication. And to even say that it's hidden, they are acknowledging how demonic this is. This is so disturbing to me.
The foggy glasses.
Oh yes, isn't that funny that now your vision is obscured? Ho, 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 ho. Well, Mr. Foggy Glasses, too bad for you because you don't matter. Only grandma and grandpa that you're gonna kill by breathing matters. Yes, your life doesn't matter, your smile doesn't matter, your foggy glasses don't matter, your sweaty face doesn't matter. Ho, ho, ho. We know we're obscuring your vision because there's no free flow of oxygen. So they're acknowledging it, they're rubbing your faces in it, folks. Are you gonna stand for it? You can go here, and of course they have omitted the comments, I believe. Eric, can you put up? No comments. So you are going to contact, if you would, the California Department of Health, because this is who's putting it on. California Department of Health, very easy to find, and you can let them know what you think about these advertisements.
And the sore ears.
Oh, well, how do doctors do it? How do the medical people do it? They have sore ears? Oh my goodness. Well, any medical professional will tell you that before this chaos, as I'll call it, they didn't wear masks 8-10 hours a day. They wore it in a sterile setting, in a sterile surgical suite, not to not get a virus. They were working over open wounds. They didn't want bacteria to be going there, not viruses. Come on, you're smarter than that. You are smart. It gets even better.
The determined looks.
Oh, the determined looks. I find that menacing. All right. I don't like people that are just staring at me. I don't care what the person's appearance is. I don't care about the color of their skin. I care about the menacing looks. Sorry, this is very menacing to me. That's why prior to this, you didn't wear a mask. You were not supposed to wear a mask. You would have been prevented from entering a store if you had a mask, certainly from entering a bank. Yeah, I wouldn't call that determined. I would call it disturbing. What would you call it? Please let me know in a comment below.
And the muffled laughs.
Oh, this is just getting worse and worse. Worst and worst, as I say. The muffled laughs. Yes, because they are admitting that wearing a mask makes it more difficult to hear what people are saying and if they are laughing. They are rubbing your nose in it. It's right up in your face. Are you going to stand for this? Do you like this? Are you okay with this? The muffled laughs. Oh yes, let's put a mask on a little child so she will be conditioned to being a compliant order follower instead of saying, why? I'm outside with my mom. Why am I wearing a mask? Uh-huh. Are you with me? I know some of you have left to go vomit. I understand. Let's continue.
A simple piece of fabric makes a big statement.
What in the world? Are you kidding me? What is this? I'm just speechless. I have got to have you put in the comment below what you think is going on here.
I care.
Oh, a simple piece of fabric that does nothing. Look at all these places where all of the germs could escape, but I care. You know what says I care? A hug, visiting people, that's caring. Seeing
Let's
people.
all do our part to slow the spread.
Oh, this gets even better. Not only a mask, but a face shield. Why not just chop off your head and leave it at home? Just chop off your head. Nobody, just, leave your face at home. Why don't we do that?
Wear a mask.
What?
Learn more at COVID-19.
I am so sorry to ruin your day this way, friends. These are some of the sacrifices that we make as healthy Americans. And I would love to have you join